Sometimes life throws you a curveball, and all you can do is adjust. This year, I lost access to my hunting grounds. After years of selective hunting, tens of thousands of trail cam pictures, I had to start over. The reasoning for this was a much greater tragedy. I lost a very dear friend to tragic circumstances. But as people have said for thousands of years, life pushes on. And outside of work and family, my life revolves around hunting and fishing. It was already October. I don't want to have to compete with the masses during the Minnesota gun season. Years ago, I was strictly a bow hunter, but as many of you may know, life priorities and a career can cut into the time necessary to practice and scout. Not long ago, Minnesota and a handful of other states legalized the use of crossbows during the archery season. I know this has created a lot of debate in the archery community, and years ago I probably would have felt the same way. That just meant there were going to be more hunters in my deer woods in the early season. But as I got older, I saw the crossbow as a good option for myself. So this year, with little time to prepare and a bad shoulder, I guess you could say the crossbow salvaged my hunting season. So here is my quest for my first crossbow deer. All right, today we are out at my buddy Ryan's because he's got a beautiful backyard for archery. So I'm going to sight in the 10-point Venom X. Still shooting just a tiny bit right.
Dead center of the heart, 70 yards. Could have done better if there was fur around it and I was using my...
scrape that I made about 30 yards away. He walked off to the right. He knew something wasn't right. I do have a toe tag, which I'm hoping to fill. It would be nice to get a big buck right off the bat, but I'm hoping to fill a toe tag so I can take my time, try to find a bigger buck. Do me a favor. Keep an eye out. Back there. Let me know if anything comes. It's been a beautiful night so far. Only heard turkeys. Blue jays, eagle, saw one squirrel. Haven't heard anything that sounds like a deer yet. Wow, 60 degrees on October 27th. At 4:30. What a beautiful night. Can't tell if I heard a squirrel. Something rubbing on a tree. Fingers crossed. We got something come through in the next hour. Alright, keep an eye out back there. Hey guys, I am out in the woods again. I still hunted for, I don't know, about a mile through the woods. I'm sitting at what I hope is a funnel. Right down that way is a big pond. Right there is a clearing for a power line cut. There's a few trails out here. Nothing that looks heavily used, but I'm hopeful. For those of you thinking to yourselves, this doesn't look like public land, what was this guy worried about? You would be correct. I did a lot of door knocking around my hometown, and I finally came across a farm owned by a gentleman who was kind enough to let me hunt. The only drawback to finding a place in late October is the fact that there is no time for scouting. Stand. I've been in the stand for about an hour. I finally ran into some scrapes. These are actually the first scrapes that I've seen. And set my camera up on one of them so I can see the size of the buck. Those scrapes are about 300 yards away from where I'm at right now. Kind of open hardwoods in front of me. And then off in that direction, there's a bedding area. And then right behind me, where you can see the green, it's a little bit thicker. And all along where you see that green, there's a couple of bedding areas. It's a little bit thicker, and then there's a couple of depressions in the woods with some canary grass. It's noon right now, so I'll be here the rest of the afternoon. Keeps you on your toes. Guys, I'm gonna start packing up. But a mile to get out. Another not so exciting day. I did hear from someone else who happens to be hunting this property that about 70 yards away from me there was There's a buck and a coyote today. I'm going to pack it up and end it for the day. Alright guys, today is a quick work day. I'm going to build a natural blind right in these cedars. This is what it looks like now. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Here is the deer's perspective. And here is my perspective. So this is what the natural blind looks like. So I come in here. This thing is about as big as a living room. And there's my view out. I'll probably be sitting in a chair right about here. So that is the living room sized blind. The rut is pretty much here, and I'm looking forward to sitting in here this weekend. Good morning, everyone. It is 6:20. I'm actually running behind by about 20 minutes. You can see behind me it's starting to get light out. I've got to get to my blind, to my natural blind that I made the other day. Today is shotgun slug opener. Deer season around this area. I actually just heard a shot, so I'm gonna get a move on, get you out there. So I'm in the blind. There's been a few shots. I got here just a few minutes after legal shooting light. Took me a while to get cameras all set up. I'm gonna sit it out here and stay as long as I can throughout the day. Got my little doe urine soap tampon right there. So, I better start paying attention, because these things can sneak up on you pretty darn easy, as you know. I'll catch you when there's some action. It is 1:30. I've been here for 7 hours now. I have not seen a thing. Slow day. Okay, back to watching for deer. Searching for deer calisthenics. That's how it goes. It's 28 degrees out with a breeze. You want to know what I just remembered? Your hands get cold. Your body gets cold. Your body gets cold. Your attitude goes to shit. So the moral of what I remembered is bring some warm mittens. Warm mittens equals an awesome attitude. Tip for the day. Surprised she stayed up as long as she did. Yes, my first deer with the crossbow. It's freaking awesome. I got the excitement and the cold shakes. It's been a long day. I've been in the blind for almost 10 hours. I've got some work ahead of me. So, I'm going to get to it. I'll take you along. But I'm going to turn this one off. There's my blind. Right there. On the boat. So she was standing right here. You can see where she reversed after I shot her. There's my blind again. Right there. Got the crossbow ready. Breathing. Right, first thing I noticed when I rolled her over, she's a he. Looked bigger. Looky, it's a tiny little button. Little button there. But believe it or not, I'm very happy about that. Because I've got a third of a mile to drag this guy. So I'm gonna get to work. Cut him up, take care of him, and hook him to some straps and start pulling. This is what dragging a deer almost a half a mile looks like. And there's Bambi. I am so glad there was ground shrinkage on him. Alright, to the truck. Now just get him in and heading home.